So you think that the Green Bay Packers are gonna beat the Cowboys?
I think.
No.
Yeah, I think they have a
Stay
really
on
good.
that.
Yeah, I think they have a really good chance to upset y'all. I don't
Fam,
have faith in your quarterback.
His man got a tattoo of my face on his leg.
What that
for
got
that
to do with
same
me?
confidence.
No, it's not about confidence.
Want to take a bet?
It's not about confidence.
You want to take a bet?
It's about y'all being overconfident.
Hold on, bring it to the table. What we doing over
here? Y'all are
overconfident
overconfident in your squad
Batman.
because you went against a whole bunch of bad teams.
We have the number one offense in the NFL.
Against a bunch of bad teams.
So
every
17 games we played bad teams.
You played at least 12 bad teams.
Yo, bad. That shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Podbeam as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, I'm all over the place. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. We trying to get to 10K. All right, subscribe. Page is growing. Claw,
Hey, how are you?
how you doing, my friend?
Fantastic, actually.
Can I say this?
Rather not.
No? You enjoyed a nice week.
Yeah, that's cool.
What'd you do?
Showed up here, partially on time.
You definitely weren't on time.
Partially.
I got no text, no nothing.
I got here before we started.
That is true.
So, but everything else is cool. Busy week. A lot of shit going on. Life is lifing.
Got a big day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow, yeah.
I may come.
Pause. I'm gonna need you to keep that to yourself.
I may show up at
You
the
may want to let me know about
location.
that so I can make sure your space is quite
Oh, it's like that? It's
like
standing room only? Is that type of situation? I can't just pull up?
No, it's not. We don't just pull up places.
I do.
You need clearance. There's a lot of clearance.
I got clearance because I have you.
You have?
And I have the other guy as well. Sort of.
Yeah. Listen, you got to get cleared. All right. That's what it is.
So what's the process?
Can't disclose that publicly. But you'll receive an email.
All right, that's fine.
And please have it.
Do I have to return the sender?
No.
Copy of all your credentials.
Yes, please.
Credentials?
Documents. No forgeries.
No forgeries.
I know how you guys
No
do.
stamps?
Nope.
No pictures?
Nope. Well, I need pictures on the state issued ID.
Okay.
An up-to-date photo.
Up-to-date photo.
Yeah.
Can't be outdated.
Yeah.
Can't have
What's up to date in regards to like yesterday?
Can't have dreads in the photo.
I don't have. None of my pictures have that anymore.
None of that Milli Vanilli shit you had going on before.
Yeah.
None of that.
I like that look though.
Yeah, sure you did.
Yeah.
What'd you do with it?
I needed to change.
Let me guess. You still got it. Is it in line around there?
I do. I don't know where it is.
Yo, just clip that bad boy back on. You back in business, baby.
Yo, you know what? I may do
get
that
the Paul
for a
Heyman
second.
hat and just put the
Facts.
That's
Get one of those
badass.
ECW hats and just put it on there.
Badass,
Yeah.
bro.
Turn
That's
it into
badass.
a piece like Steve Harvey.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
And just put this shit
This is Steve
going
Harvey made a
forward.
career out of it, right? So, yeah.
Yo, can you imagine though, like Steve Harvey?
We ain't
You
know.
bagged this joint, took it home from the club. She's like, I got Steve Harvey. I'm
And then
outta
took off.
here."
And then took over the.
And he
headpiece.
just wakes up and looks on the dresser and sees the fucking fro sitting on the mannequin. Yo. And he's
that's like that
Don't
movie.
look at me.
That's like I'm gonna get you sucker, man. When the girl just kept
Popping off her
throwing
fucking
things
body.
off. She took her butt
I
off.
gotta give it to Steve though. He was ahead of his time, bro.
He was.
We didn't know.
He was.
We didn't know.
The
But
man,
was he?
bro, the man
he
unit was
was.
never a thing, bro.
Niggas gotta go to Turkey to get that.
Facts.
now.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yo, he did it though.
He definitely did. Definitely did.
That motherfucking fro was perfect.
Perfect.
Always had the ill lines.
Facts.
No. You know who had him beat though? Michael Jackson.
Jackson?
Nah,
Yeah.
don't rule my childhood like that.
He was. Oh, you ain't see the autopsy picture?
Stop. Don't
Nah,
stop.
Yeah, we're not even.
Stop it. Stop.
It's dark, bro.
Oh,
Stop.
I gotta Google that right now.
Stop it. We're gonna move on. I don't want to hear this.
That's bad.
Jimmy the Super Intern is back in the building. You are alive and well. How are you doing, sir? Huh?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
New year.
Got your smell back?
I
Huh?
do, and my taste. It's great.
Yeah. I should have, have some parameters set up for you before you got down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going off your word because I trust you.
No,
yeah.
I made sure to multitask. I know he doesn't want me anywhere near that house. But
Nah,
I know
we-
I'm sick.
We love you, man. We love you. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's always good to have you here. Somebody else was missing last week as well. Didn't hear from him. Didn't know where the hell he was. Had the pod going, and we're just like, have you heard from Fang? And Claude was like, no. Have you heard from Fang? I said, no.
That don't sound like that.
That don't sound like him, right? So, we thought that he might have got trapped in some type of sewer situation.
Why would I be in a sewer?
Or maybe got caught up in a safari. We don't know. I don't want to speculate. I like to ask the source. But Fang's back. How you doing, sir?
It's a rough week, but I'm here, guys.
It wasn't a rough week?
No, it was.
What did you do?
It's what did me. Pause.
Hey, all right now. All right now.
But
So-
I'm here,
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
Coordinated.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You got this this poetry look going on right now.
I'm very comfortable.
I really, I don't know what it is. This like the what is it? Dead Poet
Poet
Society.
Society?
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable. I could get
Raphael Della Ghetto.
I could get used to this.
Yeah. It's all right. We did miss you though. I did.
Wow, thanks.
Because remember, I text you. I said, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah.
So we care.
Don't get all fucking emotional.
I care. You're my friend.
Yeah.
So I have to check on you, make sure you still have a pulse. Outside of that, I'm not gonna ask you nothing else.
All right, thanks.
I don't really care extra. The Silent Assassin's here as well. How you doing? Pretty good. How was your week? Yeah. You have a busy day tomorrow as well. Yeah. You might have to, get out of there early. Things get dicey.
She needs
Did
to
you guys ever work out that brick situation?
No.
God.
She didn't want us to pull up.
Okay.
She didn't want us to pull up. We'd have took that stuff off the bricks and had it on something else. On like a tire or something. We did something.
Back when we had John Henry.
Right.
I tell you what though, now that I'm looking at these photos of Michael Jackson.
Stop.
Yo.
No, seriously.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
No, because like when now that you see all these women with lace fronts and you can tell who has a good lace front and who doesn't. Michael Jackson didn't have a good lace front.
Mm-mm.
It really wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It was Michael Jackson though, bro.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
mean,
should
this
have had
is
the
before
best of the
HD
best.
television, so
Right.
You can get away with a lot.
Facts.
He bought a hat to hold it down.
Yeah.
Facts.
Wow, Mike.
Grainy TVs was working back then.
Yeah.
You ain't care about no lines.
There was no HD.
Yo, listen, when you think about people back in the 90s anyway, right? A lot of people had some fucked up lines back then. Like, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared about wigs like that until, like, I don't know, maybe 01. It got real. You know what I'm saying? Like, women didn't care about hairlines back then. They didn't care.
Reverend
Dude-
Jesse Jackson always had great hair.
Facts.
Al Sharpton too,
Al Sharpton.
I can't stand that guy.
Why?
and Al Roker.
Al, I gotta joke about Al Roker, but I'm not
Al
gonna say it.
Roker?
Not gonna say
Oh
it.
my God.
But Six is in the building.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Glad to be back, man.
Move Mike a little closer.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, there you go. Glad to have you. The only reason why I don't care to have you on the show
Mm-hmm.
that you actually won our all even
There we
first
go.
annual fantasy league. So shouts to you.
First winner of the
Right.
league.
Are we gonna give him a round of applause for that? Are we gonna give him a round of applause for that?
Can we?
No.
Can we? I mean,
No?
I came back from the depths.
Splattering claps.
I mean, I didn't get to run the league like these two gentlemen for the whole year. I had to kind of.
Fang's a failure. Right? He's a complete failure.
I mean,
The man ran the table, was talking all this crap.
I was
and
never
lost.
talking all this crap.
Yes, you was.
my team.
I got the receipts.
No.
My
Nicole.
team basically came from the waiver wire, so I put in my work.
Yeah.
I was checking.
Next
shit
year
out.
ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be like that.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you right
listen,
now.
Listen, I won the first one. That's all that
You
matters.
did.
I'm like LeBron with the
With the
tournament.
in-season tournament,
In-season
I
tournament.
respect that. I respect that. I got nothing. I thought my team was all right, and we lost. We lost.
Hey, listen, Dak, he lets you.
Bro.
If you go before me, I'm gonna make sure Dak is a pallbearer at your funeral, so he can let you down one last time.
Dude, it was him.
And not show up.
It was him.
Yeah, you had
That,
me.
remember, was that the 49er game?
Yeah, you had me when he I gave you 6.7 points. He gave you
Awful.
Yeah.
For me, it's Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill let you down?
For me, it's Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, oh yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
shart the bed. I'm talking like Amber Heard. Shart the bed.
Talking about
Shotty
Trump,
Depp.
shot the bed?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about Trump?
Nah.
Rumors are that he's having some incontinent issues.
Oh man.
So they said that he be smelling
Crazy.
he be smelling wonky.
Him and Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonky.
These
They
guys
said
are
he get
old.
up off the seat and it's like Subway.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's like F Train.
That solo car with the,
Mhm.
with
Well,
the
listen,
in the
with
summertime.
trail, the water trail.
Uh-huh.
Well, at some point in time, you may have to end up in some Depends,
He should be wearing them now.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't heard
Well,
about,
like,
that, about Biden. You
right,
know
you about-
Biden's on some Depends.
Son,
We already
listen,
know.
you on a campaign trail, you gotta make sure that that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like get your Depends, make sure you can't be smelling like butt cheeks.
But do they
trying to hug people and shake hands? You can't do that.
do they have them like Glade garbage bags? Like are they like they have like Mountain Fresh or like
I don't know,
Ocean Breeze?
but here's the fucked up part about this situation that we talking about, right? Somebody got that job.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be the Depends guy for Trump, right? It's, hey, make sure. Where's the guy with the bag? I need to drop
Cut
this
in.
off.
It's the bag.
Bag.
That should be the title of the episode.
Make sure it's a,
Depends on Trump,
make sure it's a huge bag. Huge.
right? Depends
Right.
on Trump.
Huge.
I had Chipotle.
Right. I just had Chipotle, so big bag.
I
Huge.
mean, Chipotle would do that to anybody. I can't.
The
I
the
mean,
Chipotle doesn't do that to me.
Not me.
Listen, I've had some issues with
Popeyes
Chipotle,
does
but-
that to me.
Wait a minute, oh.
Popeyes does that to
Nah,
me.
Yeah.
And White Castle. White Castle is
Oh, I told y'all the secret, man. I'll tell y'all off the air, man.
Yeah,
you never
man.
told us the secret.
You know the secret, man.
I've never had the secret.
Don't
Don't
ruin
me.
White Castle for me. I'm already looking at Michael Jackson sideways, and we 5 minutes into the pod.
Right. He did it. He
Yeah,
did
Wait
it.
till you see it, bro.
It's
It's
crazy.
gonna change your life.
Lots to get into, though, right? Lots to get into. We have a lot of coaching moves. The NFL is right now, like, we're right here at Wildcard Weekend, and it seems like an afterthought. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that have happened over the last 48 hours. It's like, that happened. Nick Saban gone from Alabama. Pete Carroll gone from the Seattle Seahawks.
Mhm.
Bill Belichick gone from the Patriots. We've been talking about this for months. I don't know why Claw is smiling. Mike Vrabel gone from the Titans. So we're gonna talk about that in detail because it's just very weird.
That's weird.
That was wild.
Jerry Jones may have to do something drastic. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go into that. I have a theory. I have something that they may have to do to keep this right. Draymond Green is coming back soon, and sounds like he's kind of playing the victim a bit. That's what I feel. Lakers are in the trade season. They are looking like they're trying to go get DeJounte Murray from the Hawks. I'll talk about that and Darvin Ham's nonsense. John Morant out for the season. And there's no new evidence or no evidence at all that correlates load management and less injuries.
No, I think it's more.
Newsflash. Oh, it's a shock, right? Oh, irrelevant news of the week. And the greatest segment on the planet, W of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
Now, before we get into the actual sports stuff, you people,
You people.
Hey,
what do you mean, you people?
What do you mean?
You people broke some stuff to me, right? Obviously, I've been out of the loop all week, right? All of a sudden, we're having this conversation off pod, and you casually say, oh, yeah, smoking on the corner and where I used to live, and all of a sudden people are just popping out of tunnels. And I'm like, tunnels. We talking about New York? I look at Claw, and Claw's, yeah, tunnels. I look at Jimmy, yeah. Yeah, you didn't hear? Tunnels? So now I only have two other people to be able to share this confusion with, right? I look at Fang, tunnels, yeah. Everybody's starting to have this nice rapport in regards to what y'all talking about. I'm the only one out of the loop. And now I gotta go to my homie, my Ace Boone Coon, my road dog, right? Silent Assassin. She's like, tunnels, you didn't hear about. So please, somebody share. What is going on with these tunnels in New York?
Let's just say the people.
The people.
Right.
That we're gonna keep it there.
Oh my God.
Stop.
I'm just saying. That's what they're called.
Go ahead.
I'll leave it there. My thing was the people. You got to go ahead.
I need to hear the story. Who's gonna break this story to me?
Yeah, so apparently there's a people who own a section of Brooklyn.
Yes.
And they've held it down.
Large
for
part of Brooklyn.
Large part of Brooklyn. They wear really nice suits.
Right.
Some fancy top hats.
Yes.
Apparently they've been traveling by Underground Railroad. And this one had nothing to do with Harriet Tubman. Apparently some families heard some noises in their basements, in their sub-basements, and they called the police to see if it was some animal activity. And it turned out that sections of Brooklyn have been hollowed out to go back and forth to religious establishments and certain neighborhoods in Brooklyn. So police did an investigation and found people in tunnels.
What is going on in New York?
I don't know.
First off, all right, here's a question for you because you're a very intelligent person. How could this happen and people don't know what's happening? There's construction.
Yeah.
Bro, that is not some like
you have to see
small
it, though.
job.
I got the
That's
answer.
like that's a jackhammer type of situation.
They were built out.
I got the answer.
But also in New York, there's a lot of empty subway stations, and they had already had pockets.
Okay.
So they're connecting
That
these
makes sense.
tunnels to certain pockets that are already existing.
Okay.
So if there's construction on your block while they're digging out tunnels, you may not correlate the sounds that you're hearing. These tunnels were used, I heard, during COVID, but they were so effective that they continued to use them.
For what though?
There's a lot of speculation. I don't want to demonetize the pod.
All I can say is that I saw the footage, and they took out mattresses that had blood stains on them. And that's public record. What you want to, assume off of that? Hey, the mind can wonder. I know what I think was going on. I think the rabbi was still biting off foreskin.
Stop.
But, you can say the obvious. They get mad at you. I don't care. Be mad. Don't give a fuck about your feelings.
You gotta relax. Okay. Decorum is the word.
They're a lawless group of people.
Let's stop it.
They have their own law.
Right. You got their own DMV.
Oh, man.
You should see them drive the school buses.
They got their own Easy Pass too.
Facts.
They got their own.
And they got them flip phones so they can't be traced or tracked or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they live through the wire.
Tunnels in New York.
Crazy.
And that's just what you found.
Facts.
That's the ones we found.
Like, you go up to the Heights, there's a whole railroad system of like just connecting through apartments and back alleys. I don't know if you've been up there. Like, it connects so crazy down there, up hills, down hills.
Yeah, I used to live in Crown Heights. That's why I saw somebody come out of a manhole. That night particularly, I didn't think anything of it. I should have thought more of it, but I'm just thinking it's a guy trying to, guys do what they do, sneak away from their wives every once in a while. I didn't put too much stock.
Shit, let's just be honest.
Okay, I wasn't going to say that on camera.
Yes. And that's why it didn't seem odd to
It
you.
didn't seem odd to me at the time. Oh, just a guy climbing out of a manhole.
Mario jumping out of the tunnel. That's fine. Exactly. Here we go. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, New York. New York is not a real place.
We're
all living in a simulation.
Oh no, we're at Gotham level right now.
It's sorry, it's sad to say, but it's not just New York. It's anywhere that this large group of people gather.
You learned. That was good. That's growth.
You know, anywhere this large group of people gather and they don't have to deal with the same, rules that us normal people have to deal with. Therefore, they make their own rules and do whatever the fuck it is they want to do. And the regular police don't go in and police them, which,
Because it's a lot of lawyers in that group. I'm just saying.
they're smuggling diamonds through the
Stop
tunnels.
it.
All right, we got you.
Moving on. Done with this. Thank you for the information, guys. I appreciate it. All right. Everybody was well informed and told me exactly what's going on. So we're cut it off. Okay. So we're cut it off.
Did you know that they saved the foreskin?
Stop it.
The moil is what they call it.
Remember the movie? Was it Meeting the Fockers?
Yeah.
When they
The fuck you gonna do with foreskin?
Make soup.
That is the most disgusting thing in the
Yo,
world.
Hey, I mean, they on top of that stem cell research.
You know what
before
that
everybody
is?
else.
You know what that is? That's chicharron.
Yeah,
That's
disgusting, bro.
That was nasty as fuck.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
yo, let me just do that for myself.
Could be jerk pork, right?
Yeah.
But wait,
Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
wait.
do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I mean, if we're
Just
gonna
because I made a joke, don't mean you have to
No,
go
but
back.
you know what's
Don't
funny?
do that.
if we're gonna stay on that subject, North Korea or South Korea passed a law that no more dogs are gonna be
Right.
bred
Yeah.
Yes.
for food. I mean, I'm gonna miss my rib tips and pork
Stop
fried
it.
rice.
Facts.
Hey, let's
Yo, yo.
I just don't understand.
Yes.
Because I went to a burger joint that was owned by these people, and I ordered.
About who people?
You want me to say it?
No.
No.
Oh,
Just
it's
use code words.
Well, I just said people.
Oh, okay, so it's the same people we was talking about before.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Trying.
So
So-
Long Beach.
So I ordered the bacon cheeseburger. I didn't realize.
Oh, that's why you made a mistake.
I didn't realize it was that type of establishment. Nor did I not realize that I can't get bacon and cheese on my burger. at
Did
this
you get
place.
roast beef instead?
No, I didn't even get anything because I didn't want just a burger.
Mhm.
So
Try me.
I find it crazy that you can't have pork on a burger, but you can eat foreskin. Like, that's fucking crazy. You can't have cheese on a burger,
You can't put meat and dairy
But you
together
can-
on the same plate.
yeah, but you can put meat in your, like,
You could put meat in your meat though.
that's, yeah, I don't
Pause.
know, man. It's very strange.
I got nothing for him.
Yeah.
I got nothing for him. But going back to this no dog eating thing. Like, yo, y'all ever look at rib tips and said,
I mean, what part of the rib is that?
that's all I'm saying.
The tip,
No.
Nah.
I don't eat it, so I don't.
And then the
I don't
bone wasn't bone.
care. Cartilage.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, so it's the back of the rib. 'Cause that's where the
I've
cartilage
eaten
is
plenty
on
of
ribs.
ribs in my life. I don't know what part of the rib
Never
that
seen
is.
no cartilage
Listen,
on
I'm
the
gonna
rib.
tell you
Are
like
you
this,
serious? The
man.
back part, like the fatty part of the rib in the back, that's where the cartilage is.
All right. I just know a lot of cats went missing in my neighborhood.
I've seen Chinese food. You know, everybody order their food. Yo, let me get, you know what I'm saying, French fries and chicken wings, man, hot sauce. And it's like, all right, cool. And you see somebody's plate, and it's like, yo, bro, that ain't a wing, bro.
Facts.
You don't remember when we were in high school? We used to go to that White Stones bowling alley. They had the Asian restaurant right next to a pet shop, and we were just like, we not eating there no more.
Yeah. Once we figured it out, we just like,
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's all protein, bro.
I like to be lied to sometimes. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
the time.
I don't need to
when it
know.
comes to my food, all the
Yeah,
time.
I don't need
Just
to
lie
know.
to me.
Listen. You all grew up healthy young men. So what's the problem? Did anybody die?
Yet.
Yeah,
If
but
you,
now,
if you didn't die by now, you ain't gonna die from eating it.
That is a lie.
yeah, but I mean, now it takes the edge off an oxtail now when they tell you that when was the last time you seen an ox, and it's like, fuck, you're right.
You gotta relax. All right, don't do that.
Unless
Don't
it's
do
ox.
that.
You mean a cow?
Right? Don't do that.
Whose ox is this?
Don't do that. Okay.
The ox.
Don't try to compromise my food. Don't do it.
Just saying, man.
Okay.
A lot of truths are coming out in 2024, 2025.
I'll be going after whatever y'all Haitians be eating. Don't do it. Okay.
You want to know what makes the rice black?
No. You know that I've always
Rice is
wondered,
good, though.
bro. What is it?
You don't want
It's
to know.
just spices. It's just spices.
He's,
It's so good.
he's lying.
Oh,
He's
God.
lying. You want to lie to me now? See?
Oh,
now I gotta
God.
find out. Now I gotta-
What makes the
fermented
reposado
foreskin.
black?
Like fermented foreskin.
Stop it. You keep talking about this thing, man. Stop. Okay? But I'm going to find out. I'm going to find that out. After the break, we're going to talk about these coaches. There's a
Yeah.
lot of movement
A lot
that's
of
going
movement.
on.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, my nigga the joint. What's up?
All even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this yo, what's up, man? All even. Yo, you. Oh my God, what's up with you, man? Now you well, that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, all
Shout out
even.
to All Even podcast, right? All even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? Oh. I shout out, G. Oh.
He cool, man.
Nick Saban.
Legacy.
I was shocked. I mean, there was rumors out there that he may step away, right? But coming off a national championship loss, obviously, to Michigan, and shouts to Michigan and Jim Harbaugh, and, you know, them winning their first title since 97. It did kind of feel like the end of an era, right? It felt like he knew that it was time to go. You know, college football is changing.
Yep.
The transfer portal has completely shifted the dynamic in college sports.
And
right
the
now.
NIL.
NIL.
I think that's what got him out of there.
Yeah, probably. But my thing is, what his legacy was at Alabama, other spots as well, but we really want to focus on Bama. 17 years, 206 wins. How many national championships was it? 5?
Yeah.
Like, this is a guy that had the respect of everybody. And I don't think that there's any kid that had anything bad to say about Nick Saban. You know, he always protected his kids. He always made sure that he was always the you know, if they wanted to have any vitriol or anything negative to say was towards him,
Yep.
right? And that's what you want out of your head coach. You want somebody to be able to be a leader of men, and be a leader of young men, and be able to have them apply themselves and be able to take that on to the next step of their lives. And, you know, Nick Saban was all of that.
And he never held anybody back. I can honestly remember only 1 or 2 times a player wanting to go into the NFL and him saying, "You're not ready."
Yeah.
And he was probably right, because
Right.
everybody else, he just let him go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he wasn't selfish
Yeah.
in that regard. So
And the one thing that I always appreciate about Nick Saban, and this is like a, you know, really sensitive thing, is when he benched Jalen Hurts.
all right.
Rubbish. Even he knew. All right, I gotta get 2 in here. Give me some wins.
That was one of
Eh?
the best games I've ever seen. If you actually watch the game and understand the storyline of football,
right.
that was one of the more memorable games.
Yeah,
in
it
recent
was
years.
interesting.
That was great. And then to have them both in the NFL and for the most part killing.
Succeeding, right.
Yeah,
Right.
he's the man. He's one of the GOAT coaches.
Yeah.
College football is definitely gonna miss him.
Shouts to Nick Saban, man. Like, you know, I respect the man a great deal. And you know, definitely I think a lot of people are going to, I think the college football world is going to miss Nick Saban, all because, you know, they love to hate Alabama, right? The dominance.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it's gonna be under this new coach. You know, the guy from Washington, he accepted the job, so we'll see.
I wish he stuck around though. I mean, Alabama is an institution. I understand most of the college coach's job is really more about recruitment, and because of the NIL deals, that kind of made it a little hard for him. But I think if he had weathered the storm 1 or 2 more years, they would have been right back on top. Not that they were not on top. I mean, Alabama is Alabama. Shout out to Nick Saban as a former gambler. Yo, he was money, clutch. I wish he had a better time in the NFL, but honestly, he's just one of the GOAT coaches.
Yeah.
Hopefully him and Belichick get together and do a podcast.
Oh, you seen that out there, right?
I mean, it's probably never going to happen, but I would love to hear what he has to say about football. So hopefully maybe a college type Manning cast is in his future, or even if he just does an appearance. I'm happy to see. I want to see what his next phase in life is going to be. But definitely shout out to him because he was one of the greats, and we got to watch him.
I agree. Moving on, this is definitely going to, affect Claw a lot. Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was, and obviously, I guess we have to use whatever terms they used. Mutually agreed to step down from the head coach, and now he's going to be maybe a part-time consultant.
He's all the way upstairs. He's nowhere near the players.
He's way upstairs, and rumor has is that he fought really, really hard to keep his job, and I kind of look at it as I think it's a bit of ageism. I think it's one of those things where it's like Pete can still coach. This team was they were average this year. They were a good team. They had some lapses. Geno Smith was hurt a couple of weeks, right? So, you factor those things in.
He had some players. They played for him. You could never count Seattle out. You could never just bet against them and think they were going to lose. A little bit better at Russell Wilson, but what he did with Geno Smith was definitely commendable. But like you said, ageism. Tom Coughlin, 71, he got up out of there. Nick Saban, 71, they got him out of there. Pete Carroll, 71, they're moving him out of there. Right. Bill Belichick, 71, they get him out of there. So,
yeah. So, it's just
the curse of 71.
Yeah.
So we'll pan it to Claw. What are your thoughts about, one of your favorite coaches?
Listen, I don't understand how a guy gets pushed out and he was slinging the football at the top of the season.
Slinging the football,
looking better than, Russell Wilson ever looked.
All right, man,
come on, son. That's not fair. You got I felt he's a guy he's born to play for. Like, you don't have too many of those coaches out here anymore. And if you do, I'm noticing that they're getting pushed to the side. So I think hopefully, hell, if he gets an opportunity to stay in the company and it works like that, yeah, but I think you got one more shot somewhere else.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. We'll see in regards to his age and what his motivation will be. I mean, it'll be very hard for him, I think, to get another coaching job, even if he wanted to, because just the way the NFL is going now.
It was him and Belichick that had total autonomy.
Yeah. And
I don't know if that's what these owners want. A lot of these new teams are conglomerates buying up teams. And, it's a lot about marketing dollars is down to third. And these guys are here to win football games. So,
I think, he had, not to cut you, but he produced a lot of talent.
A lot of talent.
A lot of talent came out of the Seahawks. Multiple years. Just dynasties as far as great teams. Offensively, defensively, like, I don't know, not too many people had that track record. Even if he doesn't have all the Super Bowls to go behind it, still had winning seasons.
Yeah. Constant threat. You could never count the Seahawks out.
I just don't like the fact that they like to push people out. It's
I don't like that.
It's dirty business.
And they were in it to the last minute.
Like, they only didn't make the playoffs because the Bills won or Green Bay.
It was something like that.
Yeah, they were
Green Bay.
Yeah, they were in it till the end, and they controlled their destiny for the most part and did what they had to do.
I would have gave him one more year personally, if that was the case.
I would have gave him as many years as he wanted to. That man was still spry on the sidelines coaching.
I mean, Geno has 2 more years left on the contract.
So, who knows? They're probably going in another direction now. So, new coach, new guy, most likely.
Yeah, shouts out to Pete Carroll. Those what's the name of the sneakers that he wears?
Monarchs. Nobody
will ever wear the Monarchs just like Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
So, man. Moving on. Can we make any sense about why Mike Vrabel got fired from the Texans? From the Titans?
None.
I remember the owner coming out and saying that, he was going to be here and blah, 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 and all of this stuff. And then very shortly after that, things kind of eroded in regards to the relationship. To see him, remember he was at the Patriots.
Yeah, he's New England. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was never a Belichick darling, which is what worked for him. He was his own guy.
Yeah.
I gotta think some behind the scenes stuff happened. It might be a money play where he may have wanted more than the owner was willing to pay. He might have forced his way out, if you will, because he's a great coach, and people are going to be lining up to get Vrabel. Derrick Henry is out. Ryan Tannehill is meh. I feel like Tajay Sharp is probably going to be one of the top 5 picks in fantasy next year. So you had something. So yeah, I'm scratching my head wondering what happened to make the Titans let this man go, because they got a good one, and these guys are really hard to come by. So I think we're gonna find out more about this story in the offseason.
I think it could have been a lot of inside trading as well, in regards to they might have had an inkling that he might wanted to go back to New England maybe, or go somewhere else. But let's be honest, right? Coaches get fired because certain guys don't produce, right? Certain players don't meet their expectations. Season goes haywire and the coach is the fall guy. What talent did he actually have on this team this year? Like, D-Hop was in and out of the lineup, right? He played pretty decent, but Tannehill wasn't productive. Will Levis came on late, but is he really the guy? Not necessarily. The running back situation was a complete disaster.
I think, like I said, I think they got a really good running back coming up for next year, but you give Derrick Henry all that money, you got to play him.
Derrick Henry's going to be going.
Yeah, he's
definitely going to be going. So it's like you look at this team, they were, a couple of seasons ago, they were in the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
So it's like, it's not the coach, it's more about what direction they're going to. And I think a lot of teams are doing this, where they just want the young coordinator. They want the young guy. They want the guy to be able to what do you want to say? It's a partnership.
Everyone's looking for the next Sean McVay. Everyone is looking for the next Sean
McVay. But they
McVay.
also want to have everything be a team oriented. Oh, we're thinking about this. It's GM, it's owner, it's head coach. We're all gonna sit in the room and get the strategy going. Mike Vrabel is an old school guy. Like, I'm the head coach. Get the hell out of my office.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and do my thing while you sit up there and deal with the marketing side of things. I am the football coach. I don't care about nothing else. I'm not listening to no pencil pushers. I'm not listening to none of those dudes.
No analytics, no statistic guys.
That's crazy. I was having a conversation with Fang earlier, and it's like that, like in these corporate structures. You know what I'm saying? Like, the new corporate America isn't more so a guy who's going to tell you, yo, let me do my job, I'm going to do it.
They don't want that.
It's more so of, all right, is he a team player?
Mm-hmm.
Can we control him? If you know what I mean? Like, does he play ball?
There's a term for that. There's a term for it. It's escaping me right now. It's a like a brain trust. Like, everybody has to be on the same page.
Yeah.
And we all have to sit down and powwow and
that's
discuss.
bullshit.
Yeah, everybody has to be on a Zoom meeting at a time.
Right.
Shit that used to be emails. Now we got to pontificate together, and we all have to be on the same page. And if 5 people on one page and one person isn't, now he's ousted.
Correct.
And
I don't believe in that.
I don't think you're in tune with what's going on.
Right.
Do we have to do a follow-up meeting? Like, oh God.
Where do you see Mike Vrabel going?
I was hoping he was going to the Pats, but that kind of, died down. I don't know. I feel like he's going to have the pick of his litter. It's going to be between him and Jim Harbaugh. I don't even know if Jim Harbaugh really wants to come back to the NFL. He might just make that push just to get more money out of Michigan. But with whatever just happened with him the last season, he might want to come.
Well, he has the offer on the table, the big offer on the table.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's going to be between him and Jim, and he's going to have carte blanche. I think right now, to me, the Falcons' job is one of the prettiest just because they have so many offensive pieces. But like you said, there's a lot of head coaching vacancies. To me, Washington is one of the worst because they have new ownership, and I feel like they're going to give whoever goes there a short leash. So it's going to be real interesting. Chargers, they have a quarterback, but they have no fan base. So, I mean, like I said, he's going to have his pick of the litter. Wherever he wants to go, he's going to go. And I think there's even going to be more openings, after Wildcard Weekend. So it's going to be an interesting offseason.
Claude, what do you think? Where's he go?
I would say I wouldn't see him at Commanders. I agree. Atlanta. I would say Chargers.
I knew he was going to say that.
I would say Chargers. I see him and Bill at the Chargers. One of the two.
Yeah. The only thing is, Bill has been in New England for 25 years. You think he can do Southern California? Like, that might be more of a, I don't know. That might be more of a Vrabel.
Palpatine can go to California. Have that hoodie. that cutoff hoodie, he'd be fine.
Yo.
Fire.
Vrabel going to Seattle.
It's on the table.
I'm not mad at that.
It's on the table.
I'm not mad at that. It's cold up there. It's, you know what I'm saying?
It's on the table.
That's a guy.
All right, moving down the coaching carousel.
Big Bill.
Big Bill steps down. I mean, we talked about this.
Let me get my shit off.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Claus very excited.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead.
We talked about this, like, for months. I said that Bill is not somebody that you want to have them pick the groceries anymore.
Coldest beer ever.
He wasn't good at it anymore. And as much as Robert Kraft loved him, I think it was the right move to be able to go in another direction. Listen, at some point, you have to move on, right? Now, it seems like, oh, my goodness, he can still do it. But at some point, you have to move on. Like, Brett Favre could have still been throwing quarterback for the Packers. But at some point, they're like, yo, Aaron Rodgers is here. We got to let you walk, bro. We got to go in another direction and see what the hell is up. Jerod Mayo got the job, and shouts to Jerod Mayo. I think he's the right guy for the job. Me and you were talking about this earlier today. And listen, as a black head coach, I'm going to support him regardless. I don't care what it is, right? He young man, 36 years old, 37 years old, defensive-minded guy, well-respected. I think Bill was the one that said, Robert, this is the guy that needs to supplant me in regards to this job. And I just think that he has a pulse of the team. He understands that culture. He knows exactly what they need to do. Obviously, he's a defensive guy, so we already know about defensive-minded coaches. But, Bill O'Brien is still there for now. I don't know if he's going to be retained, but they have a lot of options. I'm hearing that Josh McDaniels may be back.
I hope not.
So, who knows what will happen. But I think Jerod Mayo, for me, I just think is the right fit. I do. I like the fact that they went young. I like the fact that they went, obviously, inexperienced in regards to being a head coach. But like you said off pod when we talked about it today, this is a place that has structure, and he'll be able to have the time to build this thing up. You had some difference of opinion,
I'm
so
not
I'll let you
as
go ahead.
excited. I feel like I got a lot of calls. People who know me know how I feel about my football philosophy and how I just feel about the black man in football in general. Were really excited for me that the Patriots got a black head coach. But if I'm going to be honest, I got to look at everything.
It is Boston, though.
It's Boston. Things have not necessarily ended well for black men in Boston. Shout out to them for keep on trying. The Celtics still got a black head coach. And, I mean, I think their culture has gotten a little better over the years. But there's history there. We see what happened with Cam Newton. I believe he was misused. And with Jerod Mayo, it didn't really feel like a splash to me. It kind of feels a little bit more the same. The only thing I'm going to disagree with you about, because I did do a little bit more research, he wasn't really a hand-picked Belichick guy, even though he'd been there this entire time. But it wasn't one of the guys that Bill Belichick had put up. All those guys usually tend to fail. Mike Vrabel was a guy who was on their staff, but Bill didn't necessarily embrace him in that way, and he was able to cut out and make his own way. And as a defensive-minded head coach, he was really good. My only issue with the Jerod Mayo thing was I felt like they should have talked to Vrabel. I felt like they should have talked to Harbaugh. And you never.
Jim was not coming in. Stop it.
You still, but
Stop.
I would like to see more due diligence in my team. This is the team that I root for, so I kind of just want to see that. And you never necessarily want to be the guy replacing the guy. You want to be the guy replacing the guy who replaces the guy. I wanted the Patriots to go more young and offensive minded because that's kind of where the league is going. I'm not saying that a defensive minded head coach can't succeed. It's just that they, for the most part, in this new NFL, they don't have the best track record, and I'm worried that he's gonna have his time to build the team. But as a fan, I'm looking at from where we stand roster wise, we don't have anything. Rubbish. So I'm looking at a 2 to 3 year rebuild. I'm looking at for the second year, whatever head coach comes in, that second half of that second year for us to start taking off. Kind of like Dan Campbell with the Lions. After he started talking about biting off people's kneecaps. He didn't have the best first year, but towards the end of last year, you saw the team getting on, and now they're in the playoffs, and if they go deep, nobody's going to be surprised.
Here's the comp.
Mm-hmm.
DeMeco Ryans.
I understand, and even possibly Ryan Dawkins for the Eagles.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to give the guy a chance.
You get yourself a quarterback,
I'm going to give the guy a chance.
You can be able to flip this around real quick. That's all I'm saying.
But this, to me, I'm not going to go back because revisionist history is easy. But when the Rams hired Sean McVay, I was super excited for their franchise because I felt like he could bring something to them. Not only did he take Jared Goff to a Super Bowl, but a couple of years later, he won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. And I remember the feeling I had when they hired him. Hearing the Jerod Mayo news this morning gave me more of the feeling when Jets hired Robert Saleh, where all the Jets fans told me, "Oh, let's wait and see." And all these years later, I mean, you guys have nothing to show for.
You see what it is? You see what it is with him? Spoiled Patriots fan. 6 Super Bowls. The man talking about, they got a black head coach now.
No reason to bring us up. No reason. That was hate.
That was hate.
That was all hate.
That was hate.
Yeah, do that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Do that. Y'all ain't got shit.
We ain't got nothing. Get
a man a chance.
So hopefully,
let me drown myself in this beer because I love it.
Get a man a chance.
But listen, I'm gonna give him a chance. He's a black head coach. He's the coach of my team now. I got to give him support. I got to rock with him. So I'm a root for the guy. But I do have my concerns, and I just want them to be voiced nice and early. So. But yeah, shout out to the new regime, Jerod Mayo.
Don't do that. Don't do that now.
Thing, bro.
You're gonna tear the man down and then shouts to Jerod Mayo. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Shouts to you, bro.
Facts.
It's all love.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I think that Jerod Mayo is going to do a great job with the Patriots, and that doesn't bode well for your Jets, obviously. But we don't care. We don't care about those Jets.
Who's we?
We.
Who's we? How many people in there?
You see, closet Jets fans.
6. Myself, Fang. We don't care about the Jets. Silent Assassin, Giants fan. No one in here cares about the Jets but you.
3/4 of the way through the season, he didn't care either.
Facts. Oh, shots.
Oh, damn.
Shots. I love it.
But you know what I did love? That last game where we beat the fucking Pats.
Mike,
where it counts. Why don't you just back off?
After the break, I have something to say about Jerry Jones. I think Jerry Jones may have to do something drastic. And then we're going to talk about some Wildcard Weekend after the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for All Even Podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
I have a theory for you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Jerry Jones is in the best mental state he's been in 26 years.
Okay.
Want to hear the theory?
I definitely do.
Okay. What has Jerry Jones been known for?
Being very vocal about his team and running that team.
Yes. What has he also been known for?
Moving on from head coach. From what? Moving on from head coaches.
Making poor decisions emotionally.
Yes.
Remember he fired Jimmy Johnson after the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this.
Yeah, I remember.
We have dealt with the curse ever since. Here's my theory. At first, when I heard him say that he's going to look at Mike McCarthy's job week to week, I was like, he's crazy. This man's coming off the third straight 12-5 season, right? Successful. Obviously, they lost to the Niners. We get that.
Offense is clicking. Dak
Offense is
in the MVP,
clicking. Number one offense in the league.
CeeDee
Top
Lamb
3.
is breaking records.
Top 5 defense in the NFL. Looking good. The offense actually looks way better than it did under Mr. Kellen Moore, right? Dak Prescott probably going to finish second in the MVP voting this year, although his numbers are better than Lamar Jackson. I just want to say that.
Against tomato cans. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter, right? Don't do that. When Brady was over here throwing against the Jets, it didn't matter.
No, it wasn't Brady.
Okay?
It wasn't Brady.
Didn't matter.
Nah.
However, he's right. Jerry Jones is finally right. Why should you commit to a head coach that can't get you over the hump? Why? Because he won 12 games in a season? Okay. Impressive. You won the division? Okay. Impressive. Number one offense in the league? Okay. Kellen Moore did that. Defense looks pretty decent? Fine. What has been missing for 26 years?
That chip.
An NFC title game. So the road is paved for the Dallas Cowboys right now. They have home field advantage until they get to the NFC title game if they play the Niners. If they don't play the Niners, they have home field until the Super Bowl. This is their easiest chance, their best chance to get to a Super Bowl. You got the Green Bay Packers, who are the youngest team in the NFL. Youngest team in NFL history, actually made the playoffs since 1974.
Mm-hmm.
If the Eagles lose to the Bucks, you have the Bucks in a home game in a divisional round of the playoffs. Better than the Bucks, right? This is your chance. If they can't get to where they have to get to this year, there's no way Mike McCarthy keeps his job.
Is this his first year with the offense, or is it the second?
This is his first year calling the plays.
How do you get rid of him after his first year calling the plays that he wants to call? You guys go 12-4 with the playoff road that goes through you.
I'll tell you why. It's a great question. See, this is like an alley-oop. It was good. The coaching. Who's available?
You're not getting Bill.
It's not about Bill.
You think you're getting Vrabel?
It's not about Vrabel.
Just the name. That's the name.
It's about keeping Dan Quinn in-house.
But
they're going to lose Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn is slated to be the Seattle Seahawks head coach. They want him. They want him back in Seattle. He wants to be back in Seattle. He's one of the hottest commodities out here. Jerry may have to do something drastic to keep Dan Quinn in-house. Even if Mike McCarthy gets to the NFC Championship game, I would still tell Dan Quinn, hold on a second. Because at the end of the day, what's going to make this team better in the future? Under Mike McCarthy or under Dan Quinn?
Well, I mean, I think you can get another defensive coordinator to get that defense
Correct.
to play for you.
Dan Quinn deserves the job, bro. I don't think Mike McCarthy's that guy. Dan Quinn has the ability to lead this team emotionally, something that Mike McCarthy cannot do. We've seen in 2 separate games against the Niners, 2 straight years, that team didn't come to play. Whether the Niners were better or not, it's not the conversation.
I was gonna say
that's not the conversation. It's about being prepared to play. You can come prepared to play and still lose. You can look like you're there to play and be aggressive and still lose. In 2 games, They never look like they came.
Well,
prepared.
it's one game under McCarthy and one game under Kellen Moore.
Both were under Kellen Moore.
This year, I'm talking about.
This is going to be the third year possibly that they played the Niners. You got to remember that.
In the playoffs.
Yes.
We're talking about throughout the season. In the season.
No, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about playoffs. It's all about playoffs.
Well, what do you? Okay, we're gonna have to get into the. I mean, listen, you're the Cowboys fan. If you feel Dan Quinn could do a better job, I think you guys. I would keep McCarthy. I told you when you hired him, he had time clock management issues, and he wasn't really that guy because he got really lackadaisical towards the end of Green Bay's run.
Right.
And then y'all kept him. Cool. I mean, it's not your decision, but y'all kept him. Y'all got rid of Kellen Moore finally, and this is his first year under the helm calling the plays. I personally think y'all gonna get smacked around by Green Bay. That's literally how I feel.
That's hate.
That's not hate. That's me watching
That's
two
hate.
teams and looking at what your quarterback has done in the playoffs recently, and looking at how Green Bay has performed the past 5 weeks.
You know, Green Bay has the worst defense in the NFL.
And can Dak take advantage of him under the bright lights?
He's been doing it to everybody else.
Under the bright lights, though? Because if you want to put that game under Kellen Moore last year, they were prepared to play. Your quarterback didn't take advantage. The Niners couldn't move the ball, and the points that were scored last year came directly off your quarterback's mistakes.
Bro, the offensive play calling was vanilla under Mr. Kellen Moore. They didn't run the ball under Kellen
and they
Moore.
threw way too many curls routes. I completely understand.
Third and one, they doing pass plays?
Well, I mean, y'all got rid of Zeke, so you don't have a 31 battering ram like you did last year. So,
Yeah, but we're throwing the ball downfield now.
I mean,
We got CD Lamb
he's okay.
doing his thing. Don't do that.
CeeDee Lamb, slot receiver.
CeeDee Lamb is a
against
top
the
three wide receiver in the NFL.
Because they went against shitty teams all year, he's a slot receiver going against the third cornerback and nickel linebacker. Stop trying to tell me he's a number one. He's not a number one. He plays on the inside. He's not one of the big boys. So stop it. That's why y'all be getting your heart broken. Because y'all put too much faith in these fucking regular ass players. Y'all go on a run against these whack ass team, and then every time it's under the bright lights, under a good team, y'all can't come to play.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Y'all can't come to play.
CeeDee Lamb broke every wide receiver record.
As a slot, and you can do that under
for the
slot. Oh, first of all, there's an extra game. So stop throwing those things around.
He broke it
Stop
before.
throwing those things around like it means something. There's an extra game. All right, listen. You got your heart broken before, you're going to get your heart broken again.
So you think that the Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Cowboys?
I think...
No.
Yeah, I think they have a
Stay
really
on
good...
that.
Yeah, I think they have a really good chance to upset y'all. I don't
Fang,
have faith in your quarterback.
His man got a tattoo of my face on his leg. For that same confidence.
No, it's not about confidence.
Want to take a bet?
It's not about confidence. It's about y'all being overconfident.
Hold on, bring it to the table. What we doing over here?
Y'all are overconfident in your squad because you went against a whole bunch of bad teams.
We have the number one offense in the NFL.
Against a bunch of bad teams.
So
every
17 games we played bad teams.
You played at least 12 bad teams, right? Every time you went every time you went against harsh competition, y'all lost. And under the bright lights, which is every time your man is in the playoffs, the Green Bay game aside, because he did do his thing, and then that Des Bryant call kind of didn't go his way. But the way he looked last year against the Niners, those points came directly off of Dak's hands. I championed Dak for the past 2 years. I can't stand behind that anymore. So he's gonna have to show me something. Your man Michael Parsons disappeared at the end of the year. Who? Michael Parsons disappeared at the end of the year. More concerned about doing the podcast than playing football. You guys are talking like y'all arrived.
Held.
Y'all
every fucking
y'all
game.
talking like y'all arrived.
But here's where I'm gonna get him, Fang. You are putting your confidence.
I'm putting
No. I let you speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you putting your confidence in a player that's just gotten to the playoffs this year. Now, granted, he's second in touchdowns in the league, but you honestly believe that Jordan Love is going to come into Dallas with that defense, that porous of an offensive line, and do what he's been doing for the last 5 games? You honestly believe that? Even if he has a good game.
Love, my faith is not in Jordan Love.
So how are they going to win a game if it's not Jordan Love?
My brain tells me Dak is gonna do what Dak do under the bright lights.
You know,
What do
Dak
you love?
Dak hasn't had terrible playoff games. Outside of the Niners game, he hasn't played terrible.
That was a horrible, horrible game, bro.
We're talking about I said outside of
know,
the Niners.
I know, and I gave you that.
You
and I
look
said
at the numbers.
That Dez catch. Listen, I think you guys, you Cowboys fans overall, have a little bit too much faith in your team because you are on TV all the time and you have an owner that likes to get in the head coach's way. We're already talking about firing a head coach.
Fire him.
And with that attitude, I hope whatever happens to you end up coming to you.
Fire him.
Because every time you get somebody good, y'all wanna you did this with Dak. You did this with Dak in his contract. You finally had yourself a good QB under center, and this is what. And then what did you do last year?
The man just
with the growing receiver,
Yeah.
who's learning how to play the position. Yeah, Dak threw a couple of interceptions. It was y'all Cowboys fans who wanted to replace him with the backup QB. Didn't even have faith in your man. But now he's supposed to run the table and get you to the championship
he proved himself this year.
against bad. All right, listen, I don't have anything to say. Against bad teams, brother. I'm not calling that proving yourself because we seen Jalen Hurts do that same shit last year against bad teams.
And y'all was sucking on Jalen Hurts.
Not I. And what does he look like this year?
Y'all, everybody was sucking on Jalen Hurts, wasn't they? Oh, Jalen Hurts the man.
Not I.
Oh,
Not
Eagles.
I. Not I. Not I. I've seen this story too many times. I've seen this story.
I'm telling you, look, Fang, as a fellow Cowboys fan, we are going to love this year. You know why? Because guys like him and all the other people that are waiting, they literally have their phones like this. They're waiting to press send. And when that button doesn't happen, when that situation doesn't happen for them to be able to press send, when they beat the Packers, when they beat either the Bucks or the Eagles to get to the NFC title game.
The Eagles in the playoffs?
The Eagles are not even going to play. They're not even going to beat the Bucks.
If the
They're not even going to beat the
Bucks.
Bucks.
If the Eagles
what are we
beat
talking
the
about?
Bucks,
Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown a pass all week.
All right.
What are we talking about here?
All right. Listen, I don't have much to say. I rode for your quarterback for a very long time when y'all were down on him, and now y'all are high on him. After, to me, he hasn't really. He's gone against a weak schedule, and he did what he was supposed to do against a weak schedule, what he's always done against a weak schedule. But against stiffer competition, he's faltered. So it's the playoffs.
He's faltered, or the defense has faltered.
What did the man?
Because against the Cardinals, the only game that I will give you is the Cardinals and the 49ers game. Every other game, go look at Dak's numbers.
What are the numbers he gave you when you lost in the playoffs?
No. We're talking.
This season.
You see how we push.
We're talking
You see
this
how we're
season.
now.
But I'm
we're
asking.
now-
Wait,
no,
that was more recent.
listen,
Thank you,
I will,
Fang.
and I will say last
Thank
season
you.
That was more
he
recent.
was
No,
on
no.
Dak's ass last season too.
Thank you.
This season he
For
gave
no reason.
No, I wasn't.
What?
It was
for
it
no
was just.
reason. What are you talking
It was
about?
just.
Okay.
So you see how he moves the goalpost?
Not
I
moving
told him
anything.
about this season, and then he says, "Well, playoffs." No. Let's talk about the season.
I'm talking
No,
about
no.
this season.
Yes, let's
when
talk about
your
the season.
team was in the playoffs.
Like
and
I
he was
said,
your QB. What did he
The
do for
two
you?
games that I will give you that Dak played poorly: Cardinals, 49ers. Go look at the numbers. Every other game, Lions, Eagles, the first game that they played when they lost that game against the Eagles, he killed the Eagles that game.
And
We're-
look at Jalen Hurts'
We're
numbers.
talking about getting rid of a coach who.
No. You said the reason why we're talking about Dak right now is because you said that he didn't play well against good competition. I am rebutting I'm literally disproving what you just said. 2 games out of the 5 losses, he played poorly.
Okay.
So we're talking about out of 15 games, 2 games.
Okay. I need to see something for him in the playoffs, and I don't think he's going to show up.
Outside of the 49ers, the man has balled against every team he's played. Against the Bucks last year, everybody was talking about how great Dak looked until the 49ers game. Rams, Seahawks, Packers. Every team that he's played well against. 49ers, different story.
All right.
Every game that we can be able to attest to Dak's poor play, the defense has played worse. Where's Micah?
That was part of my
Where's he
argument,
at?
too. He
No, don't talk about Dak. Where's he at?
Dak is the leader of this team. Dak is the
He
leader
play
of the
defense too?
offense. No, he doesn't play defense too. But when you need him to score points, you need him to score points and not give the ball.
And
to
he's
the
gonna
team.
run it up on Green Bay.
All right.
Run up the numbers.
So it's NFC Championship or bust for the Cowboys?
100%.
Okay. Oh well, for Mark McCarthy anyway. NFC Championship or bust for Mike
That's
McCarthy.
why
then-
Jerry.
and
That's
then
why
when you-
Jerry Jones said week to week. Let me tell you
And
something.
then when he gets,
I'ma tell y'all right now.
Stuff really quickly. When he outs the 12-5 coach and installs the defensive-minded coach, what's going to happen to your offense next year?
We go get ourselves an offensive coordinator.
All right, because it's just that easy.
Yes,
All right.
it is. This is Dallas. We not gonna get no rubbish rubbish coordinator like you guys and get Josh McDaniels. Nobody cares about New England. We talking about America's team here. Everybody gonna be lining up to go to Dallas. That's all it is. But you telling me that the Green Bay Packers,
Yes,
that team,
I believe so. I believe
is
Jordan
gonna
Love-
do numbers on the Dallas Cowboys at home.
I think so.
We've lost one game in 17 home games. That Dallas team.
Yep.
Okay. Listen, this is the same guy that is friends with Al, the crazy Eagles
my
fan.
friends'
That's
opinions.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm friends with you. We have
That's all
different
I'm saying.
opinions.
No.
My friends' opinions
You are
don't matter.
associates with Al, the crazy Eagles fan,
All right.
and he has my face
I mean,
on
his
his
team was in
leg.
the Super Bowl. When's the last time your team was
Did
in the
they
Super
win?
Bowl? Yeah, but they were there.
Did they win?
They were there. You over here talking about firing your coach for not getting to the NFC Championship game.
You see, I love this. I do love this. You know why? I love this because this is a man that can sit here as a Patriots fan and have your chest up.
I'm a fan of the
I'm
league.
telling you, it's
right.
going to be dark times in New England for the next decade, and I want to see him have
But
that
you're so
same
happy
bravado.
about the Jerod Mayo hiring.
He's a
When
good
I say
coach.
something,
He's
if
a great
he's a good
coach.
coach, it's not going to be dark times.
If he can't find a quarterback, he's gonna be Mike Tomlin.
Gonna get Zach Wilson.
Oh, exactly. Rubbish.
Okay.
Rubbish.
I'm going over there.
Moving on, though. Moving on. Can somebody pull up the Wildcard Weekend for me? I'd like
Yes,
to see
sir.
that.
A lot of inclement weather this weekend too.
Can we talk about the goddamn Chiefs and the fucking Peacock? Like, what's going on, man? NFL is getting too goddamn greedy. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
But at
You
the
got
end of the day, people
premier
are gonna do it.
games, and you're putting them,
People are gonna
you're
do it, though.
restricting them.
The reason why they did it is because they know people will pay.
People are
It's foul.
People are gonna pay, but organizations can't.
It's foul.
As far as somebody who is in the service industry, a lot of Thursday night games that would have
Yeah.
had much more ratings had we been able to access them on Amazon.
I agree.
Now you're gonna put a premier playoff
Behind a
game on
paywall.
in Peacock.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
doing
crazy.
Let me tell you
Yeah, that's
something
foul.
else. It's on Telemundo too. Just back off.
Is it on telephone though?
It is. Well, one of them is. Tomorrow you got Houston and Cleveland.
I got Cleveland winning
4:30.
that game.
That's on Peacock and Telemundo. And then you have 8 p.m. Miami.
Miami.
I
is
think I wanna watch-
exclusively on
City.
Peacock though.
I think I want to watch the
It's-
game on
it's-
Telemundo.
It's gonna be
exclusively on
be
Peacock.
freezing. They're talking about like
Bro, they said it's minus 22
yeah,
with the
That's
wind chill.
That's a hard place to
That's
play
OD,
already.
bro.
It's
That's
hard
crazy.
to play there. Like you can't just go.
But
in
minus 22 though, fam?
Yeah.
I mean, Club?
there. That's different.
that's rough.
They might have to move the game.
Minus 22?
They might have to move.
Nah,
the
they're
game.
not going to move it.
They don't heat, but like I don't know.
They heat the field, but it doesn't matter.
No,
It's
that's-
hotter than it looks out there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
minus 22 is minus
No,
22.
minus 22, especially stop and go with
Like
football.
the ball
You
in
get that
itself,
sweat on you, and then you go sit on the sideline.
the
God
ball in
damn.
itself is going to feel like a brick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. What's the coldest game recorded?
it has to be one. Of
It
the
has to
Buffalo
be one.
games.
We
what-
got 'em.
uh,
The
Probably
Buffalo
Buffalo.
game is gonna be pretty cold too.
yeah.
because they got the
Game
cold
ever
and the
recorded.
snow.
So yeah, so what's the lineups, man? You said Chiefs,
That's
Dolphins, right?
So Saturday today.
Right?
And then Sunday is Pittsburgh at Buffalo, 1 p.m. Green Bay at Dallas, 4:30 p.m.
Call me crazy. I got Pittsburgh winning that game.
And 8 p.m. is Los Angeles Rams versus Detroit. And I'm telling you right now,
I got Rams winning that
them
game.
Rams going dance.
Yeah.
So
baby.
can we do this against the spread? Is this all right? Because we got Cleveland, Houston. Cleveland -2. I might actually take Houston in that. I feel like C.J. Stroud's gonna carve them up, but that Houston defense is gonna come to play. I think it's gonna be a good game, probably low scoring game. But I'm gonna take C.J. Stroud in that. We got KC in Miami. If Tyreek Hill comes back, I think he's gonna do damage. He's
Do damage where?
He's played there.
Minus 22 weather?
That's
and
different.
he's played in cold weather before. He's actually the only person in Miami I trust.
The man drops balls in the heat. What do you think you're going to do in Kansas City?
I mean, Kansas City ain't got no receivers. It's about to be a Pacheco night. It better be.
That is true.
It better be.
They
You know what I mean? So I think Miami could do something there because Kansas City have had problems scoring all year. So I'm gonna go Miami.
I don't know. Playoff Mahomes is different.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, you're right. You're definitely
Playoff
right.
Mahomes is
I don't know why I
Definitely
feel like
right.
Kansas City
Yo,
gonna be out of this
definitely
one.
right.
Yeah, I think
I didn't say that with
they
that
may
much
fuck around
conviction.
and we'll run the table and be right back in the Super Bowl
I'm
again.
going to raise my hand around the room so you guys can see me.
Mm.
Mahomes is not the problem.
Oh, we know that.
It's the people that catch the ball.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we
Kadarius
understand.
Toney shows up in the bright lights too. So let's see. He
We
showed up
understand.
last
I've
year.
seen the bright lights, and the ball didn't reach his hands, or reach his hands, but he couldn't catch it.
We understand that it's not Mahomes, but Mahomes, I just have a feeling that he's gonna just will this team to the
him,
the NFC
Pacheco,
title.
I see it.
Kelsey.
I,
and then
yeah,
get
like
Kadarius
the
even
road is
halfway.
paved for it to happen.
Yeah.
It feels that way. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and 15, they down 7. He runs for 19 yards. All of a sudden, there's a trick play.
And then he does that sassy ass walk.
Yeah.
To see it. I hate that.
Got the pot belly with no pot
Right.
belly.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
And talking
Come
like,
on, let's go.
looking like Danny McBride. I don't
Facts.
So then we got Pittsburgh, Buffalo minus 9.5. I'm gonna roll with you. I think Pittsburgh not only covers,
I think they win.
they probably
I
win.
like
Bro,
Pittsburgh. I like
Call me
Pittsburgh.
crazy. Like people are on this Buffalo train.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the second best odds to win the AFC. Okay.
Nah, I think Najee
All right,
Harris runs
Mike-
all over these
Mike
dudes.
Tomlin got on those black downtowns.
Yep.
You already know he come to
Come to fight.
he
I
come
I
for
think
war.
George Pickens and Najee Harris gonna come to play.
Yeah.
Then we got Green Bay, Dallas minus 7. That's gonna be a
Minus
fun
7.
game.
You heard that?
Listen, Dallas is always favored.
Stop it.
Always favored.
Right?
They got a huge fan base. Listen, Dallas is a squad, and I argued for Dak for years. I just don't like this whole.
We're not talking about years. We're talking about this year.
If we
Don't do
don't
that.
make it to the NFC Championship, we got to get rid of the coach. That's
Why
where
not?
That's where my thing came from. That part I wasn't feeling, but I mean, I think it'll be.
How
a
many
close
times
game.
you gonna come up short with the same coach? You want to know why Marty Schottenheimer was always the bridesmaid? Because he never got to the damn Super Bowl,
All right. Well,
and he got fired.
McCarthy has won, and he has Dak in the MVP conversation. So
He has won. When?
and
When?
and
No. When did he get it?
I got you.
No. When did he get it?
I got you.
How long ago was that?
I got you, but he has one.
How long ago
It's
was
the
that?
Pedigree. It's
Okay.
the pedigree.
Okay, got you.
It's
See?
the pedigree.
As long as you know. As long as you know. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
the pedigree.
That's all I'm saying.
Then we have Rams at Detroit. That's gonna be
Rams.
probably-
I got Rams winning that game outright.
Rams.
Got Rams
It's
winning.
gonna, I think that game comes down to the wire, and I think Vegas says so too. They got Detroit minus 3 as the home team, but like you said, the Rams, bro,
They're healthy.
they're healthy. Kyron
Matthew
Williams,
Stafford is
Puka
balling.
Nacua.
Yeah.
Is they gonna have the tight end? Is he good?
What? Higbee?
No. He's probably the best guy we had. Fantasy the tight end. Oh my god, I can't.
What's his
even-
bum ass name? What's his name?
Nah, he went off, bro.
Yeah.
The
Higbee?
tight end. No, it wasn't Higbee. The tight end for we're bugging out. We don't have this guy's name, and as soon as we end the show, remember his
Everett?
name too. But I think the Rams are gonna take care of Detroit, and then we have the premier game, Philly at Tampa Bay. I mean, Philly has looked horrendous the past 5 weeks. That's
AJ
it.
Brown is banged up.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is banged up. Jalen Hurts is banged up. The defense is horrible. They have one of the worst secondaries in football. They're giving up the most points in the
But
league
do you
right
think-
now.
But do you think Baker Mayfield can carve him up on the playoff stage?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Listen, here's the thing with the Eagles. I would never disrespect them in regards to this situation right here. Defensive line. Their defensive line is fire, right? However, once you get past that defensive line, it's Swiss cheese. Darius Slay, what's the other dude on the other side? Bradbury, rubbish. Baker Mayfield's gonna carve him up.
Okay.
What are they gonna do?
No, that's a game.
Tush push?
That's a
Where-
game I can't really
where the
call
tush push
because
coming from here?
The
Huh?
Eagles, I mean, they have their pedigree. They went to the Super Bowl last year. They have a good squad. Even though they've been banged up towards the end of the year, I just feel like they can at least get one playoff game.
No team that has gone on a slide this late in the season has gone on a run in the to make the Super Bowl. No team. So they might win a game, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
And then they're going to go to Dallas and get their boots smoked. Smoked.
Okay.
That's what you gonna hear. Dak, CD, down the field. Michael Gallup, down the field.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't got no problem with that.
Yeah, you got a problem.
I don't.
You got a
I have
problem.
a problem with wanting to fire
got a
your
problem.
coach who put you in a great
I thought he was
position
about
to
to
win.
say I had a problem with you.
That's what it is.
I do got a problem with him. I do got a problem with him.
It is what it
And
is.
he's a Patriots fan, coming up here, talking all this nonsense, kick Jerod Mayo back in for like 10 minutes, and you want to talk about me as a Cowboys fan. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Unrealistic expectations.
What are you talking about? If the
Unrealistic.
man loses to the Green Bay Packers, the youngest team in football,
And I think they
you expect to
can.
keep your job after that?
I think they can. I think that's
Huh?
a young, fiery team.
But
I
how
think
you
they
expect to
can get
keep
it
your job
done.
after that, fam? When you know your defensive coordinator that you love is about to be out the door.
All right.
After the break, irrelevant. As I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack him if you got him.
Now it's time for my irrelevant news
You gotta
of the
be
week.
kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Every week, we go ahead and go into some interesting stories, and I have a few. First one. Sony demos new electric vehicle being operated with a PlayStation 5 controller. Who copping?
Copy that shit.
Who doing it?
Listen, Gran Turismo all these years got me ready for this.
I don't trust that.
It's a complete disaster way to happen.
Yeah.
Listen,
Imagine you try to play the game and the only controller you got is a car controller. And then you didn't switch it back to your PS5. It's just hooked on the car.
Or
you gonna pull into your driveway and just stop working?
or with the PlayStation controllers, you know how the buttons jam. So if the buttons jam and you trying to come on,
Oh,
son.
if you get drifting at
Yeah.
right
Stick
well,
drift?
Come on,
Oh,
dog.
my God.
That analog thing starts to go. Come on now. What we
I mean,
doing?
Listen. I mess with PlayStation. I'm gonna go with them because at the end of the day, they was piloting the submersible with the PlayStation controller.
Old one, though.
That
was a Logitech, actually.
So
Logitech.
I think the PlayStation people gonna fix that, and they gonna make it work for us. So we gonna be all right. So
I can't trust that.
After seeing what happened in that movie, that the Obamas produced with the Teslas, yeah, I would never
Can't trust it.
I would never
No
get
electric cars
vehicle.
no more,
Never.
bro. Nicole just shook her head.
And she had the same joint too, right? The white joint.
She had your shit.
Yeah.
The first time, like, I had autopilot. The first time I put that on, like, it's not even supposed to, like, take over, like, control, but, like, it did. Like, I was going, like, a regular two-way road, and I thought there was a car coming at me, and it slammed on the brake and, like, took the wheel and, like, whipped it.
Oh, nah.
Almost
Nah,
got me
son.
into an accident when I'm perfectly fine.
nah, son.
I'll take this from here.
That shit said,
You
hold on, Nicole. It's
you
getting
know
real.
something that you don't even know you know.
Well,
That's some eagle eye shit, bro. They was watching.
Like, don't quote me. I think it's Hertz. Hertz is selling 20,000 electric vehicles to buy gasoline vehicles.
They're not profitable.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really a process. When you rent those cars, it's a pain in the ass. It's
I mean, they don't have enough charging stations,
it's
so
a pain in the nuts.
and then like everything you do taxes the battery. So you think you got a full battery and you could just drive here and from.
Imagine
But you
looking
get
at your
AC,
phone.
you turn on the radio, you plug your phone in, and you down to 80% already.
Yo,
Imagine
this-
looking at your phone and then, but knowing that if I drive anywhere, like think about everything as just my phone's dying.
All this propaganda y'all talking about these electric cars. Stop kicking the back end of the electric
Oh,
cars.
it's really bad.
They
It's
gonna
bad,
fix
bro.
them.
No, check it out.
Okay.
They came out the new Hummer,
They gonna
fully
fix them.
electric, right? And 140 grand. And guess where they're sitting? On the lot because it takes like 2 days to charge the vehicle.
They gonna fix them. Okay. Troubleshoot.
Yeah, it's a little beep boop, beep boop.
That's it.
Software update. Next thing you know, it slams you into a wall.
That's it.
Who's in that car? Barry Grant Jr. Or
Let's take him
Yeah.
out.
to the
Let's take him out.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
What he do? Who'd he expose? Slam him into
We
the wall.
got him.
There you
I
go.
don't expose anybody. That's you. Okay.
I only expose.
Oh my god.
I love orange juice.
Moving on. I love orange juice as well.
Orange Jones.
True.
Next story we have here. Teacher arrested for alleged sexual relationship with 16-year-old student.
Who snitched?
And the father, that's the one where the father got locked up too, right?
Because he knew.
Yeah.
But I thought if your parents knew, it kind of like glazes that over.
Let's go ahead and look at
The way
it.
he was glazing that
26-year-old
There was
teacher
glaze.
from Missouri has been arrested.
I think the mom snitched. She had to have.
Now, here's my thing, right? That me and Six have always had conversations like this. It's like, where was this happening when we was going to high school? We didn't have high school teachers that look like this
Not at all.
30 years ago, right? 20 plus years ago.
You wildin'. I wanted to take down Senora Solano.
I didn't have no Senora Solano. We had Miss McGrath,
and Miss Conley,
who was like 90 years old.
She was bad.
Yeah. She was bad for a 90-year-old, but we wasn't trying to, I mean.
Well, you guys weren't in public school.
You're right.
It's different.
We should have had the baddies in the private school.
The
That's
baddies,
what we should have had.
Nah, the baddies is in, you know.
Is in the
it's
public
a
school?
Public school system, bro.
That's when they got the 22-year-olds working?
Yeah, right?
Yeah? Really? Wow.
Walk of shame. She's bad though.
No, but they were like, after, like, he would stay after, and then something would happen in the class.
Uh-huh.
And then he was bragging about it to all the friends.
Of course.
See, that's where it always goes wrong.
He's a kid. What you want him to do?
Nah, I shut my mouth.
And you learn that over time. These
Right.
kids don't know.
Ain't nobody put him up on game.
Yeah.
Over here digging the teacher back out. He's excited.
And don't let her fail me neither. Or
Right.
I'm definitely saying something.
Right.
For her, like, to do it, like, there's no cameras in the room, but, like, there's, like, windows in the door, like, during, like, detention, whatever.
People
like,
can see you.
you know?
I mean, that's part of the excitement, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's odd. It's
You
odd.
gave me an F. I
Oh,
sure did.
Sidebar: Kyrie,
I'm about
Kyrie
to
dropped
give you
his
the D.
his highest amount of points against the Knicks. I'm sorry, with the cat playing for the what do you call them, Mavericks?
Yeah.
Dropped to 44 on the Knicks.
It's great.
Was he boning his teacher, too? Like a...
He boned the Knicks.
He boned the Knicks, yeah.
Definitely did.
Moving on. Jonathan Majors fired from the Dennis Rodman 48 Hours in Vegas movie. So he's no longer casted as Dennis Rodman. What are they doing to my man?
Wow, because
son?
he's got the
Come
perfect
on,
nose,
bro.
for it. Like, you're not gonna find another nose like that.
Yeah,
to
you know what it
portray
is
Dennis
though.
Rodman.
No one's asking this one question. Who's her father?
Yeah.
Oh, who does she know?
What did Cat Williams say?
Too.
When
What
you
did he
get
say?
famous, and what do they put you with? You know, what kind of woman do you get with?
Yeah.
And then what happens? You know, go
Ah.
downhill from there.
Very, yeah. But what? Come on. I understand what you're saying, Fang. I get it. But why they doing my man like this, man?
Dirty, bro.
He did it to himself.
So you blaming him?
He took the red pill.
You took the red.
Thoughts?
I mean, listen, bro. We see it happening in real time, so no matter how I feel, it don't matter. At the end of the day, it was 4 charges. They knocked it down to 2. These are all misdemeanor charges.
Right.
But they acting like, I mean, my man's the new OJ. So at the end of the day, you know, if they got complexion for protection, you don't mess with that. You don't mess with it.
Dirty business, bro.
It's a dirty business.
Dirty business.
Nothing stronger than white women's tears.
Yo, when you see a man run for his life like that, and you look at him as the victim, like, or the, you know what I mean, like the come on now, the man was running for his life.
I mean, he got to stop throwing Coretta out there because that shit is not helping the way he thinks.
He's
it is.
weird. He's
It's
a weird
not
guy.
helping the way he thinks it is.
He's a weird guy.
And I mean, so it was found out that he was texting the lady. She was texting back, "I miss your lips on me," and that was the thing that set it off. Do we think it was making good?
Possibly.
I'm just saying, because she sat up there in the interview with Homeboy, front and center, right there. I mean, so should we give him a little, you know what I mean, something? I mean, yeah, he messed with the other side. He had a little bit of strange fruit, but
He got to make it good now.
you know what I'm saying, like,
That's a dope cleanup.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
like,
listen, he got a good girl.
he should get some
Lost
type
a
of
good
points
role.
for that. The Dennis
Facts.
Rodman
with,
movie,
with
like,
no
come on.
job.
What we doing?
Right.
Ain't got no job, Calvin.
She gonna leave him soon. Like, you ain't got
That's
no
real.
job.
And she left the church man for a guy with no job. Damn, son.
That's it.
Wow.
Statistic all over.
Crazy.
Can't win, bro.
Moving on.
Welcome back.
Texas man sues Walmart for $100 million or unlimited free lifetime shopping.
Wow. So,
according to the report here, Roderick filed 2 complaints in federal court on Monday seeking up to $100 million from Walmart. And he also asked that the defendant pay any court fees. Oh, this is crazy. Complaints allege that the incident occurred in March of 21 at the store in Nebraska that involved a false pretense of shoplifting. So he was accused of shoplifting and he says it was because of his race. So he was profiled.
Wow.
Shoplifting, now he gonna get them for $100 million. Give me your money or let me shop here anytime I want to.
Nah,
free.
I'd rather have the money.
Facts.
Hurry up and buy.
Now I don't want to give you my business.
No, I would never want to go in there all the time. I don't know who wants to be in Walmart. First off,
What's a fact?
who want to be in there?
I'm a Target nigga.
Target
myself.
is way nicer.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
I hate going to Walmart so bad, right? That I was like, I don't send me there. Shorty sends me there, right? I'm like, all right, cool, I gotta go. I haven't been there in months. Before I even get in the store, right? Walking in, talking to Claw on the phone, and all of a sudden, I just feel a burn on my Achilles, right? I look around, lady pushed the cart right on my leg. I'm like, what are we doing?
I didn't even get through the second double.
I didn't even get through the doors yet.
Wow.
And you're already wilding.
Yeah, those are Walmart activities, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
That place is hell on earth.
I had to go during Christmas time. It was just like, oh my God. Like, why am I here?
Yo.
It's a Walmart.
Instant fight. Crack mart. Yeah. I respect it. Instant fight if I go to Walmart. Can't do it.
I don't go to these stores. They got internet. You can just order things online.
There's certain things you can't get on the internet, though.
You know what I mean? You gotta.
There's certain things. I understand what you're saying, but there's certain things that you gotta go. They force you to go in there. Force you to do it. $100 million. So what do you think? You think Walmart will? I mean, they're gonna have to settle.
They're gonna have to settle. He ain't get no close.
He not gonna get the 100.
He gonna get.
He probably get 30 though.
I don't think he get 5 or 6.
If he takes it to court. If he don't settle, if he takes it, he'll get the money. I'm pretty sure.
All right, if you sue for $100 million, and they say, "Listen, we give you 3,"
I'm taking.
You good with that?
We going to court.
Oh, you going to court?
We going to court. If I'm suing for 100 and you give me 3, you gonna take 3?
But you had nothing before.
You're crazy.
I think when you sue people, you go for a high number.
Yeah, and you settle for anything.
You settle damn near for anything.
Facts.
If I go for 300, if I go for 100 and you give me 50, okay.
Sue you for 300. Like, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm suing you for $300 million.
This is Walmart.
We'll give you $750,000. So
if Puffy got ninja money, I don't want to know what kind of money Walmart got. He
That's
might not
it.
never make it to trial.
That's money, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's it. You know what I mean? I can aim super high. $300 million. Okay, Mr. Grant. We'll give you $5. Sold. Take it.
$3. Got it.
3 sold.
I want enough to where I ain't gotta ever have to worry about working again in my life.
I get it, but I'll take the $750,000. Take it.
You some cheap whores.
Yes, I'm a cheap date. All right. That is my irrelevant news.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, they stink.
I don't think anybody really cares about basketball today. How do we feel about Ja Morant being out for the season? I feel bad for the kid. I do. Worked his way back. Obviously, he was playing well. Grizzlies were looking good.
What was the injury?
Shoulder.
It happened.
Messed up his shoulder in practice. Yeah.
I think that goes to the point you were making off camera about how that load management really doesn't work.
Come on, don't kill the segment, man. We gotta go into that. No.
It's a good segue.
Yeah, come on, man.
Sorry about that.
Come on.
But I think him not being around the team, him not being able to practice, him not necessarily being in basketball shape and coming out and fucking yamming it on niggas.
I mean, that's just him. Like he don't know how to chill. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's gonna contribute to any type of injury. So I mean, it sucks, man. People really want him to come back. The team is strong. They look stronger with him, but It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I hope the man comes back strong. He's to me, he can possibly be the face of the NBA because all the kids love him. They love him. They worship this dude for whatever reason. He's great. It's
You know what I think is? I think it's more so that he's relatable
Yes.
to the youth these days.
I agree.
Like growing up, like
AI was relatable to us.
yes,
Yeah.
you know. So every now and then you find that one guy that's relatable to you.
Yeah. Then nobody care about being relatable to Michael Jordan.
No. Nobody wanted to wear the stupid earring or
Yeah.
the big ass pants.
Yeah, his fit was crazy
Yeah.
back then. It just,
Still is to this
To
day.
this
Still
day,
is.
for somebody who has, the people on him as far as style, the Jordans have never died.
Yeah.
The way he dresses fashion wise.
yeah, but who gonna tell Jordan how to dress?
That's what it is. I think he's doing it
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Gotta be his man, bro. Look, Jordan didn't make the Jordans cool. Spike Lee made Jordans cool.
You gotta relax.
Nah, Crooklyn.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about, bro?
I grew up watching Michael Jordan.
And honestly, Kanye brought him back when they was about to die.
Valid.
Me watching,
Yes, because
me
when
seeing,
we were
me
in
seeing.
high school with them, the 20s, the 19s, the 20s, they were not fly.
Taraji.
And then he brought back the retros. And
Me
it started
seeing
all over
Jordan
again.
in Space Jam with those hairs was fire. All right, that's what sparked it for me.
I'll be honest with you, like for me, it was watching like the old sitcoms, seeing Will Smith wearing the J's and all that.
Martin Lawrence.
To me, it wasn't Kanye.
Dwayne
it wasn't
Wayne.
Kanye.
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah, it was Kanye.
Dwayne. Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Dwayne Wayne,
wasn't
Martin,
no damn
Will
Spike
Smith.
Lee for me. Everybody else was rocking them, just making them a little hard. Pause.
Spike Lee made it hard for them.
I get it.
And my man Ronaldus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, get well, Ja. Rest up. Draymond Green should be coming back soon. They said that he's working his way back, and him and Steve Kerr had an emotional conversation.
I cried. He cried. We crowed together.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what are you crying about?
All
First
we did
off,
was tell you stop choking people out, bro.
yeah, it's like, bro, just stop wilding.
Nah, I
Stop,
might
stop,
retire.
stop being a chop, right? Stop being a chop for one time in your life. Start playing some defense regular. He's like, nah, I can't do it.
I'd rather retire.
Nah, you telling me to do something. Bro, just play regular defense. Just move your feet. Move your feet.
Let's be serious though. If he did retire, like, okay.
Nah,
He doesn't add what how many points does he average?
See, I hate when people say that.
Like, granted, okay, I understand like his
It's a
presence.
trio.
His presence is what he is.
Yes.
That's all he is presence.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Dennis Rodman was presence.
That
But
presence
Dennis
helped him
Rodman's
win.
presence was way stronger
Facts.
than the fucking Draymond Green.
Big
won
So if you're gonna
championships,
play
right?
that role, you need to play that role better. You're not just out. He's just out there literally fucking people up.
Yeah.
You had
I mean,
other
at
people
this
who played
point,
that
hockey
role
at
who
the end of the
actually
day right
played
now.
defense.
Rugby.
Yeah. That's what he is. He just out there with skates and no stick.
Looking for any European player.
Yeah.
And who's trying to be him now? Dylan Brooks.
It
Well,
ain't
not
work
not
for
to
him.
the same
Yeah,
extent.
it
Right.
ain't work for him.
You know what I'm saying? He's building. He's just building a name. His skills he's garbage.
At this point of Draymond's career, Golden State is the dynasty's over.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if he does want to come back, I think it would be beneficial for both parties to just part ways
I think this should be his last season.
with Golden State.
Period. I don't see him going to any other organization and being able to contribute anything.
No.
It's possible because you know
Rockets.
his value for Golden State is higher than anybody else's. So yeah, I agree with that. Moving on. Just like what Jeff was talking about, and he almost killed the segment. There's no evidence, zero, that resting your players, load management, prevents injuries. Oh, I wonder how long it took them to find that out. How long?
And the fans were telling y'all for how long? The fans were saying it. So for the NBA to take this long to acknowledge it is kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It just doesn't make sense to me in regards to how they can think that as science, advances in technology and all of these, sports science is a big thing now, that you can literally come to me with all your stats and your analytics and all this data that you've gathered and say that, yeah, they need to play less games to be more effective. Excuse me? Baseball players play 162 games a year.
Yeah, but they're just standing around half the time.
Whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
That's a bad.
Ain't no
comparison.
load management.
That is a bad comparison.
It ain't.
Pitchers do.
They
Pitchers-
sit around half the fucking game.
No, they don't.
But they got to do a lot of.
They gotta do a
stretching,
lot.
They can do a lot to keep themselves ready.
Bro.
They gotta do a lot
for
them to go in.
Completely different games, bro.
Soccer. You know how many games they play?
And they run.
Load management. They running the whole damn game.
The whole
You
game.
barely get a sub.
The whole
Right.
damn game.
That load management, like playing less, does not make you better. It's like pitching, right? You don't pitch less to be more healthy. You have to pitch more so you be able to loosen up the joint and be able to. But if you pitch less, you're prone to injury.
Yep.
Muscles atrophy. They get tight. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand that.
I think Kawhi was a special case that people tried to make for everyone else. The guy had degenerative knee problems. He had no fucking cartilage.
Still doesn't.
Bone on bone.
Yeah.
That's a special case. We can't just run that down for everybody who has, I'm not going to call them rinky-dink injuries, but
Right.
we can't do that for everyone.
Tim Duncan was just old as fuck.
Yeah.
That's all it was. There was no injury. He was just old. He was just old.
Yeah.
Kawhi just signed a new contract, right? Just
Yeah.
extended 3 years or something?
3 years, $190 million, some crap like that. He get paid.
He could work for him, but like I almost killed our segment with John Morant. I think him not playing, whatever happened in practice, I'm not sure. But when you don't play, it's a risk of injury. You see it all the time
Yeah.
in NFL running backs. They sit out for training camp wanting their money. They
And
finally get their money by week 4.
Soft tissue injuries, hamstring,
Yeah. So
quad, all this stuff. Yeah,
the
yeah.
only way you can prepare for a sport is playing for that sport. So,
Absolutely.
Hopefully that load management thing dies and we don't ever have to hear
They need to get rid of it, bro. They
Yeah.
need to get rid of it. Like, I know that they're trying to do that now. You can't sit 2 stars at the same time. Like, no more. Play. You want your money? This should be in every contract now. You got to play at least 75 games. If you hurt, you hurt, right? But we got to make sure that you officially hurt.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no ankle, no eye injury. No, you gonna play. Put a patch on, and you good.
Put the Richard Jefferson
Right.
mask on and just play.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes break their nose, put on a mask, right? You ain't missing no damn games. Play. I'm paying you $70 million a year. You only playing 40? What are we doing?
And don't miss no home games neither. 'cause,
Facts.
I mean, people come to see you. That's why you're getting the money.
Spending $600. You got 3 kids, $600 on tickets, food, transportation, and you playing. You seeing the ninth man on the bench.
Nah.
What are we doing?
Nah.
Yo, you see this? Chicago Bulls fans booing Jerry Krause with his widow in attendance.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
Crazy.
They need to relax.
Crazy.
I mean, the Bulls are rubbish, but you gotta relax.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know, you gotta relax. So this is what you guys are gonna go through very soon in New England.
Listen,
Can't wait.
I had a 20-year run.
So did
It
the
was
Bulls.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I
So did the
got to
Bulls.
laugh in a lot of people's faces. It was mostly of my youth.
Yeah.
So if, as an old man, my team got to be whack, it is what it is.
And now your son is gonna grow up realizing that the Patriots were rubbish. They're gonna be the new Lions.
I'd rather be a Patriot fan than a Jets fan.
What do you back off?
I'd rather be a has-been than a never was.
Why are you throwing shots at the Jets?
Listen, cause of mortal enemies. Mortal enemies.
Yo, Berenstein Bears wasn't spelled the same way.
No butt fumbles over here. So
Was it tuck rule?
I'll take them. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, the Jets fans been throwing way too many shade. I be waking up to my inbox a lot
That
of
is
Jet,
true.
a lot of
Jet,
Jets fans are
I ain't gonna lie to
dancing
you.
on the Patriots.
I'm not gonna lie
graves.
to you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Know what I
There's
mean?
one thing that I will agree with
Piss
you
cover
today
boots,
on
but yes.
is that those Jets fans were so annoying this season.
Yeah.
They were.
Mhm.
They were.
Damn sure were.
Damn sure were.
So,
Got fixed real quick.
Well, there was only really one.
No. It was many.
no, it was
Really,
a lot.
only-
There was many.
The only one I knew was this guy.
Well, yeah. He spoke for a lot of them. He spoke for a lot of
They're
them.
acting like us being bad is gonna make them good.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Rubbish.
Hell yeah. Step 1. Check.
Yeah. Oh, here's my my Darvingham Lakers update. They're trying to make a play for DeJounte Murray. Here's my advice. Do it. Whoever you got to trade, do it. And also, please fire Darvin Ham. That's all I care about. After the break, the greatest segment on the planet, W of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
I will campaign Darvin Ham being fired until it happens. They came out and said that he's not getting fired. Which means that he's getting fired.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
No, he's not safe. Yeah, okay. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, W of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the dummy of the week? There's a lot of people to choose from. Who am I going to? Call!
Yo.
What you got?
All right, look, man. Officers solve a 4-year-old murder case after recognized the murderer on scene on a man's chest tattoo. This motherfucker has the liquor store that he robbed on his chest. And
Fire.
It says
Fire.
And I don't want to say the name, and it says Riviera Kills, and it shows the fucking liquor store.
Oh shit.
On this shit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So he's been convicted of a previously unsolved murder thanks to the detailed tattoo on the chest depicting the crime scene.
What a maroon.
He must have.
I'm not done. Hold on. The tattoo includes a man with the body of a peanut, symbolizing a rival gang member being shot near a liquor store. His name blank, I'm not gonna say his name, is linked to the miniature helicopter and the tattoo firing shots.
Nah, that's fire. I'm not gonna lie.
We're not done yet.
Oh shit.
It gets worse. The scene includes a Christmas lights, a street lamp, and a sign from across the street providing me accurate details of a 2004 murderer.
What?
Son, he seen these young rappers and he said, "Hold my fucking beer." He said, "Hold."
Yo, I can already guarantee that I know what this person was thinking. Yo, if I'm gonna just do this and it's gonna be in plain sight and nobody's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna find out.
That is crazy, bro.
You got some stupid people out there,
Bro,
bro.
that's dumb as fuck. I know you're so tight.
Dummy, yeah.
Wow.
You want to take advice? Help yourself?
Nah, not for me.
Not for him. Help
Dummy,
yourself,
yeah.
Yo,
I don't know how to follow that.
I got
I
got nothing.
I said, God damn. You're fucking stupid.
Oh man, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yep.
Jimmy the super intern, you got one?
I was gonna just give it to anybody who helped build those tunnels.
Yeah, that works.
I think anybody. Anybody who was down there with like Shawshank Redemption style.
With the pick,
Andy was my friend.
Andy was my
That's
friend.
ridiculous. I mean, I just can't imagine like the idea of them like in the whole getup doing that.
Oh, you know they didn't. Come on, they hired.
I got a question.
They hired some people.
I was about to say, I had a question though. What did they wear? Construction boots and
dusty curls.
Stop it.
Oh.
I mean, there are a lot of migrants in the city.
Well, they had PPE on. They had them hats.
Stop.
They had PPPs too.
Hey.
What is going on here? Okay. Order. We're talking about those people. You gotta relax. Okay. Keep it together. Thing.
2 for 1.
2 drink minimum.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Kathy Hochul and Eric Adams.
What I told you. Don't.
And the reason why I'm giving it to them.
Mayor Eric Adams.
Listen,
you are my guy. Respect to you. Black Man's Brunch was fire. I hope to be back next year.
But guess what? You're not my fucking guy. So, the reason why I'm giving them the fucking dummy is you put the fucking migrants in Floyd Bennett Field where it's all kinds of wind and water. So we had a storm going on. And you take them and put them into a public school where children have to go the next day.
And kids.
The kids were not able to go to school, forcing the parents to stay home. Teachers didn't even show up for virtual learning. So now what you're doing is you're crippling your working class people because now the parents of these children could not go to work because now they're forced to stay home with their children. So now imagine you have a job you have to go attend, and I can't come into work because the migrants are staying at my child's school and my kid has to stay home from school. Therefore, I got to stay home from work. This is a whole school worth of children. So now you're catering to these migrants over your own people, spending their tax dollars. So therefore, you're two fucking dummies.
I will applaud you for that soliloquy you went on. It was really good. If you were running for mayor, I'd vote for you. However, I have a different take. Would you like to hear it?
I would. But if you're blowing Adams because of his black man's brunch, then I don't.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
Some of these parents need to stay home with their snot-nosed kids. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because sometimes they be using school to be having the kids there. They sick, got COVID, snot-nosed, and they use it for babysitting. I don't care. Stay home with your children. Let the migrants stay there. All right? Find somewhere else to go.
You are a modern day coon.
Find somewhere else to go.
You are a modern day coon.
The migrant situations, well, now they putting up cameras in some of these places, and these people don't even have IDs. So you have cameras to look at people committing crimes, and even when you find them on camera,
you know that
you can't identify them.
They've approved
this is
for migrants to get what do you call it?
ID.
Reconstructive surgery.
What?
Like what was it called?
I'm not touching that. I thought you meant BBLs.
No.
That would be crazy if they're actually coming up here to get them.
No.
But leave that surgery alone, please, sir.
Listen, all I know is take care of your people who've lived here their whole lives and supported, our economy.
And stop taking your kids to school when they're sick.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
I can't wait till this guy's out of fucking.
You gotta relax. Okay? Why don't you run for mayor? You got so much to say about Eric Adams.
I don't want that job. I don't want that job.
So then stop criticizing the man that got it.
Why?
Just like he said, if I'm here, if I go down, we all go.
Oh,
we all going down.
We're already going down. We're already going down.
I mean,
the ship done sank.
New York. That's what we doing.
All I know is before this whole black brunch, he's the hip hop mayor. Yeah. All right.
Hip hop mayor.
Yeah.
Respect Eric Adams. You were the only one that's throwing shade at him. I never threw shade at the man. Never.
Whatever. It's crippling the working class.
Eric Adams, like I said, keep doing what you're doing. Silent Assassin, who you got?
Mine is I had saw this video on Instagram or something. This lady was on a public bus and just pulled out the firework and lit it and was shooting it at the back of the bus, and there was a duck and then just went off.
Oh shit, she's crazy. Is this in New York?
I didn't say where it was.
That sounds like some New York shit.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely sounds like some New York shit. Yeah.
Lit it and then started aiming it, and everyone's
Well, people have been doing that in New York for years.
For years, especially on the blocks.
Yeah.
But
we used to blow up the payphones with the M80s.
Chicago,
the blockbusters.
Chicago does firework fights
with real guns.
With they fire fireworks out there like Roman candles, and they fucking just chase each other with them shits and just let it fly.
Yo, it's ridiculous. Chicago's crazy. Who you got, 6?
I got 2. Not a 2 for 1, but 2 different ones. Jason Whitlock. I think we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We didn't like you when you were on ESPN. You got fired from Fox. Now you're running your mouth on some stupid internet show that barely gets 3,000 views. You've been losing viewership for months, and now you want to attack our man Stephen A. Smith. I think we don't care. Just go away, please. It's never gonna work for you. It hasn't worked for you. Just stop. And this second dummy is for a guy I grew up loving. You was the man when I was young. I remember you went on a rant telling Memphis Bleak that he needs to have several businesses because when this Rockefeller shit ends, you don't want to be that guy talking about the times that were. And now Dame Dash, that's all you fucking do, bro. It has to stop. It's been 20 years. It's time to let it go, brother. You was that dude for that era, and we still always gonna hold you in high regard because you're Dame Dash. But you just out here looking bad, brother. And you've been looking bad for a while. It's time to let it go. It's time to move on.
Dummy, yeah.
Move on. Is it that easy to move on when you feel so hurt?
You can't be talking.
Dame Dad's been hurt.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
Hurt.
But these ain't boss moves. You still talk like a boss. These are not boss moves, bro. So go do your boss shit. We there for you. We always gonna be there to support you. Go do your boss shit.
I know
this ain't boss.
But he's like, my son sells cookies. Remember that?
Oh, Dame Dash. Oh, Jason Whitlock. It was really funny to watch that, though. I'm not even talking about Stephen A's response. I was talking about Jason Whitlock's. Yo, he went ham on Stephen A. Smith for no reason.
Yeah.
He
leaves likes and ratings.
He is the definition of a out nigga.
Uncle Ruckus in the flesh.
Yeah. Uncle Ruckus in the flesh. Well, I have one this week. And it's a good one. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins gets my...
Dummy, yeah.
Ryan Rollins, the former Washington Wizards guard, right? Accused of shoplifting from Target. Charges come to light just days after he was dropped from the team. Now, let's just think about this in a vacuum. Spent your whole life working hard, practicing, missing events with your friends because you got to be out there shooting jump shots, putting in the work, get recruited and go to high school, and then you get recruited again and go to college, and now you have a chance to get to the league, and maybe you're not drafted, or maybe you get a summer league invite and you make the team. You put in all of this work and you're getting paid, right? Might not be, $5 million or whatever, but you're getting paid. You in the 1% of earners in this country. And you fucking decide to go to Target and steal some shit? What are we talking about? That's like when Winona Ryder was stealing stuff. You rich. Klepto ass.
He's the reason why the deodorant's locked up. I gotta take 10 minutes to go
Right.
find a store clerk to get my shit. It's wild.
I hate it. You ever go to the store? They got wires over deodorant and like detergent. What are you doing? I just want to take it and go.
At Target?
Anywhere.
Everywhere.
CVS.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. Because of guys like him.
Bro, you can't even take the shavers no more. They gotta open the joints.
What?
Too much crooks out here, bro.
Where you guys shopping?
Right here in my neighborhood. It's bad.
Bad neighborhood.
Now, gotta move. Gotta move now. You know what I mean? What would put like? Listen, we all know that being a kleptomaniac is a disease. But come on, somebody who is there not somebody in your life and say, yo, Ryan, my man, we can buy this entire section right here, son. You don't have to put these pants in your pants. Yo, come on.
But now, if you're a kleptomaniac and it's a disease, when you get arrested, you should be...
The cops ain't believe him. They ain't believe you. You can't pass that.
Can you look up his stats? How many steals did he have when he played?
Yo, come on, man. Every time I hear about somebody stealing, it's like, all right, what are the circumstances? You poor, you got kids at home that need food. That's the only time I'm going to let it slide. Were you rich and you stealing?
You had a $1.7 million contract,
Come
600K
on.
last season. Like, come on, bro.
What can you possibly steal? PS5s?
This is Target. It's not even...
You selling PS5s on the low? They all over the place now. You ain't got to steal them no more.
They ain't cheap no more.
They're not exclusive like how they used to be when they first came out. Now I can understand you stealing those, right? When they first dropped, you couldn't get a PS5. I couldn't get one. I was tight. Had to get an Xbox. Didn't like it. I'd have loved for somebody to steal me a PS5 back then. But now, what are we doing?
That self-checkout line was too long for him. He said,
Bruh. Bruh. So Ryan Rollins, and that name just sounds crazy anyway.
Yeah.
Like he definitely wasn't an NBA player. He wasn't gonna make it. He wasn't gonna make it. Had 2 years max. Ryan Rollins, you stole a whole bunch of stuff at Target. You ended up robbing your family of an NBA life. You're just doing bad stuff, man. Just get your life together. If you're gonna steal something, make sure you steal some PS5s. But you are the winner for Dummy of the Week. That's all for the show. Claw, kind thoughts?
I don't know. Don't be surprised at some shit you already know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good bar. I like that. Fang's thoughts.
Oh shit. Well, Martin Luther King Day is coming.
Yes, Monday.
And
You mean Jonathan Majors Day?
just
Relax.
because Martin had a dream doesn't necessarily mean you have to believe in his dream, but it gives you the opportunity to be a dreamer yourself.
That was a message? What are we doing? Did we just jump into a, what's that, the alternate universe type shit?
Yeah.
That's, you keeping that?
I can change it because
No,
I don't give a fuck what Martin Luther King was dreaming about.
Fine.
I think everything that he was dreaming about was some bullshit.
Just leave it.
God, see,
I
you
think
should've let
everything
him go.
Martin Luther King
That's
was
your
dreaming
fault.
about is some
That's your
bullshit.
That was my fault. I'm sorry.
I think everything he's dreaming about was some bullshit. So if you got better dreams, you know what I'm saying? He was able to move the masses with his bullshit dream. So maybe, you know, someone else out there has a dream that could better the masses.
That turned quickly.
Yeah,
Really quickly, but I appreciate that.
that's why we love Fang though.
Yeah, that's why we love him. 6, I appreciate you coming through. Cole on the 1s and 2s, the silent assassin, Jimmy the super intern. Welcome back. Missed you. I have a PSA. You work your whole life to earn a living, pay your taxes. You want to go ahead and have your kids go to sporting events and have fun, and you never want to shortchange them. You want to give them the greatest experience that they possibly can have. So do that. Enjoy your family. Make sure that you're always there supporting them. Make sure that you're responsible. Make sure that you're always there when they need you. Because at some point, you may end up raising one of the biggest criminals in North American sports history, and that man's name's Ben Simmons. What are we doing? I've never seen this in my life, right? His parents must be so ashamed of him. Like, yo, you literally just sitting on the clock, not doing nothing, collecting all this money. You're the biggest crook in the sports history. I've never seen it. Poor parents worked their whole life, bring this man up.
Yeah.
For him to be the biggest criminal in U.S. history.
It's a legal crime.
Man.
It's a legal crime.
He's not even getting fresh no more. At least
Bernie Madoff ain't got nothing on Ben Simmons.
Nothing. At least some people got returned on their money.
What facts? My goodness.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is he really a dummy or is he smart?
He's not a dummy. This is just a PSA.
All right.
This is a PSA. This got nothing to do with Dummy of the Week.
Like as much as I hate the man for being the fucking con artist he is.
Yes.
He knew how to pull it off.
Yeah. Listen, shouts to him for getting it, but it's still a disgrace. Still a disgrace. Till next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
Black people, build your own tunnels.
My son is the champ, so get over it.